Hi, it's Summer and happy day one of the X's and O's Readathon. I'm a co-host for this Readathon along with a few of my other friends that are in the Fab Five. Jessie is the main creator of this Readathon. This is the third year of us doing it and I'm really excited for this week. Today's actually my birthday, so I think it's gonna be extra fun to kick off the Readathon with my birthday and stuff. I have lots of fun stuff planned today. We're kicking the first day of the Readathon off with some reading sprints on Jessie's channel tonight. The theme this year for X's and O's is sugar and spice. So Team O is Team Sugar and Team X is Team Spice. Each team has their own reading prompts and stuff for the readathon. I'm Team O along with Gwen, and then Jessie, Jordan, and Lena are Team X. I'm really excited to see if Jessie has anything extra up her sleeve for tonight's reading sprints. For this readathon last year, she did this really funny like dating show kind of thing with our book boyfriends, and it was the best, most creative thing ever. So I'm wondering if she's doing something like that again this year. I thought I would tell you about my TBR really quick though. The prompts for Team O are to read a book with pink on the cover, to read a book with a cinnamon roll hero, to read a book with the letters S-U-G-A-R on the cover or in the title and the author's name, and then to also read the buddy read. The buddy read this week is The No Show by Beth O'Leary, and I actually cheated a little bit and started this last night. Right now I'm almost 30% of the way through the book. It's about 3 women that all get stood up on Valentine's Day by the same guy. Each of these women is so different from each other, and I feel like the author has done a really good job of making them like sound really individual, and like I can tell whose perspective I'm in just by the writing style, which I feel like is kind of rare sometimes. So far the book is like I can't tell if I'm supposed to hate the guy who's like cheating on all of these women. We're almost kind of made to like feel bad for him or like try to understand him. Like I don't really know where this book, like I don't know where it's going or like how it will end. I'm just kind of like along for the ride. At this point, they still don't know about each other, and I'm really interested to see how the rest of the book is going to go. I think that I should be able to finish this today. If I have the audiobook, I usually go through it pretty quick. So I think this is probably going to be the one that I read during sprints tonight. I have the audio and the ebook, so I think I'll probably try to tandem read. For the prompt to read a book with sugar on the cover, and also for Cinnamon Roll Hero, I'm going to be reading Something Wild and Wonderful by Anita Kelly. This is a queer romance about 2 men that meet on a hiking trail and they keep like running into each other. I think it's one of those hiking trails that takes like weeks to complete. And I also think it's supposed to be a grumpy sunshine romance. So I figure if there's like a sunshine character in it, it's also going to be probably a cinnamon roll hero. But I've heard nothing but good things about this book. I've heard that it's so good, so I'm really excited to read it. I also have the audiobook and ebook for this one as well. And then for the pink on the cover prompt, I'm going to be reading Picking Daisies on Sundays by Leanna Kincaidi. Gwen got me this one for Christmas and I've been really excited to read it. I'm pretty sure that she really liked it and gave it 4 stars, I think. The cover is just like one of my favorite covers ever. It is so cute. I feel like it's really my aesthetic. I also feel like it looks like a very like Valentine's Day-y kind of cover. So I feel like it's perfect for a Valentine's Day themed readathon. I feel like I don't actually know what this one is about. I think that it's maybe childhood friends to lovers, maybe second chance romance. She loved rom-coms. The back says, but she couldn't say no when he asked her to be his fake girlfriend for his sister's wedding. So there's also fake dating, which I love. So I'm really excited to read this one. I don't have the audiobook because I'm pretty sure this is an indie published book, so it doesn't have one yet. But I actually took an entire week off of work for this readathon, so I think I'm gonna have time to like actually sit down and read this. I think it's gonna be fun. My plans for today before the reading sprints are that I'm gonna go and get 2 new tattoos, and I'm really excited. They're both for different grandmas, so they're gonna be like sentimental but also really cute, so I'm really excited. After that, Travis is taking me book shopping, and I really want to go to this independent bookstore here in Vegas. It's called the Writer's Block. I've been there a few different times and it's one of my favorite bookstores that I've ever been to. I filmed it a couple different times in different vlogs for my channel, so you've probably seen it before, but I'm definitely going to try to film again while we're there. I have a few books on my list. I really want to get a physical copy of Give Her Butterflies. I read an arc of it in January and loved it, so I want to get my own physical copy. And then I also think that I might want to get, I think it's called Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft. It's her fairy book, and I haven't had the best luck with Allison Saft books, but I feel like I just need to keep trying them because I really like aspects of them and I love the vibes. It's mostly to do with like her world building that I'm like not so sure about, but this one is based off of like the Tinkerbell like Disney fairies, and so that world is already established, so I feel like it might be a little bit better with the world building since it's already there for her. But I feel like I really want to do a fairy reading vlog round 2 because I did one like 2 years ago, I think, and just haven't done another one since, and I really want to do another one, so I feel like that could be a good one to have on hand for that. I think I also might want to look through their poetry collection section and see if there's any like gems that stick out to me there. I got one last April when the Fab Five were here. I still haven't read it, but it's one that I had never heard before that they had there, and I just read the first poem and really liked it, so I think that'd be another fun way to go and pick out another poetry collection to read. After that, we're coming home for reading sprints, and then after that we're going to Cheesecake Factory. I also need to take a TBR picture to post on Instagram sometime today. I don't know if I'll have time to like film the process of doing that, so I'll just show you right here how it ended up turning out. I think today is gonna be the best, and I'm really excited to take you along with me while I do all these fun things. I'm in the same spot, but it's a few hours later. We just barely got back from my tattoo appointment and shopping at the writer's block. I tried to get a little bit of footage while we were in those places. I love how my tattoos turned out. I had Travis get some better clips, so you've already seen, but here's my ladybug, and then here's my silver tattoo. They're both tattoos for 2 of my grandmas. This one is for my great grandma, who I got my love of silversmithing from. I also like that instead of being gold, like silver I think is better because your imperfections and not being perfect is what makes you who you are. So it kind of has multiple meanings, but it's for my grandma. And then this one is for my ladybug grandma. She had a ladybug themed bathroom, a ladybug Christmas tree. Everything with this grandma was like ladybugs. So I knew that I wanted to get a ladybug tattoo. And the artist did so good. I am so happy with it. I'm gonna go back to her for like all of my other tattoos. If you're ever in Vegas and you want to get a really good tattoo, I'll put her Instagram in the description so you can go check her account out. After that, we went to the writer's block. I had a couple of books in mind that I wanted to get while I was there, but I couldn't find them. I was kind of surprised that they didn't have either of them, and maybe they did and I should have just like asked them where they were, but I didn't want to ask. And I found some other things instead that I had never even heard of, so I feel like that's kind of like extra special that I just like discovered some new things while I was there. First of all though, Travis found these stickers for me for my junk journal. They're little carrier pigeons. Cutest thing ever. I figured this could be cute for like if I get mail from someone or like a journal swap, I could like include these. I also just love pigeons. They're so cute. There's a ton of pigeons in Vegas, and every time I see one, I'm just like, I just love the little pidgeys. They're so cute. I just want to adopt all of them and give them the best life. Anyway, so I love these. And then I found a graphic novel that I've never heard of. It's called Off Menu. It's written by Oliver Gerlach and illustrated by Kelsey Jo Silva. This is the cover. It says, Soup loves cooking, especially with her wonderful coworkers at the Brazen Manticore. But when her toxic boss threatens to destroy the community she has worked so hard to build, she challenges him the only way she knows how, with a cooking competition. It looks like it's gonna be really cozy. I love any kind of book that involves food, but especially graphic novels. The art style is also just like really warm and cozy. So I thought this looked really cute. And then I did end up going to the poetry section, and I found this collection that I'd never heard of called Smoke and Mirrors by Michael Faudet. I really like the cover. The back of it says, "Romance seldom happens overnight. Sometimes we have to grow the roses before we can give them." And I read the first like couple of poems in here and I really like the writing style. So it's kind of a chunky collection, but I'm excited to get to this one eventually. They also gave me a bookmark. And I kind of feel like I'm just gonna put it in my junk journal. I need to hop on reading sprints in a minute, but I wanted to do like a quick little book haul of some books that I've gotten from friends. So I just opened these ones today. My friend Melissa got me Don't Want You Like a Best Friend by Emma R. Albin. This is one that I already read and I loved it. I think I was listening to it when we very first moved to Vegas back in March. And I specifically remember listening to this while I was organizing the kitchen and putting all of our dishes and stuff away. And it was just such a sweet sapphic romance. So thank you so much, Melissa. This made me so happy. And then my bestie Jordan got me this graphic novel. It's The Princess and the Grilled Cheese Sandwich by Dea Muniz. This is one that's been on my TBR for a long time, and I've just heard that it's so cute. I've had multiple people recommend it to me, so I'm so excited to read this one. Thank you so much, Jordan. The other day I hung out with my friend Christy that I met through work. So we meant to exchange Christmas presents back like closer to Christmas, but it just like took us forever to like hang out with each other because our schedules were just kind of crazy. So we finally hung out a couple of days ago and exchanged Christmas presents, and this is what she got me. She got me The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, since we both loved The 7-Year Slip, and I'm very excited to read this one. I've heard it's really good. She also got me some tea to go with it, so I'm excited to try the tea. This isn't my birthday, it's technically for Christmas, but still, I wanted to include it. My brother sent me this book. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This is not something I usually would pick up, but he loves it and he sent it to me for my birthday, so I don't know when I'm gonna get around to this, but it'll definitely be something outside of my comfort zone, but I'm willing to try it because I think it's like his favorite book. So if any of you have read this, you'll have to let me know what you think. And then this one is from my cousin Allie, aka my bestie. She got me Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. I loved this book so much and I didn't have my own physical copy, so she got it for me for my birthday. And I'm so glad to have like my own that I can put on my shelves. And then my other bestie, Jessie, got me The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig, another book that I've already read, but I wanted my trophy copy. Whenever I love an audiobook, I want a physical copy to be able to like put on my shelves and like hold up and stuff in videos. I really loved this. It's like so dark and whimsical, also like a little bit like horror kind of, but I really liked it. Thank you so much, Jessie. I also got a couple of journal supply swaps in the mail, but I think I want to save those to like do on a reel or something. So if you want to see those, keep an eye out on my Instagram. I need to go get set up for sprints though. I'll try to give you an update on my book later because I haven't read any more of it, and I'll try to get some clips of us at dinner and stuff too later. We're doing the final sprint right now, and I thought I would just kind of give you an update on the no-show. I just made it to 39%, which is about like 10-ish more percent than when I last talked to you. I don't know why I said earlier that I would finish it tonight, because like I don't think I'm gonna finish it tonight, especially not just during sprints. I'm liking this one. I think if I had to rate it right now, it would just be like 3 stars. I feel like I'm so confused about the guy because he's kind of built up to be like a cheater, but also we're kind of being made to feel like we like him and we're kind of rooting for him. So I don't know what is gonna happen with that. I know that it's all gonna like make sense and come around in the end, so I'm excited to see how this book ends and everything like connects and stuff. Right now I just don't really know how I'm supposed to be feeling or what I'm supposed to be thinking. There was just barely a scene with one of the women named Jane, I think. She's made a new friend and they're hanging out together and they are throwing water balloons off of a balcony like onto the ground, and it's like really therapeutic, and I feel like I want to do that now. So far it kind of sounds like a lot of people from the chat on the live show, it kind of sounds like people are like not loving it, maybe wanting to DNF, or they're just kind of like me and just fine with it, you know, liking it enough to keep reading. So I think the live show discussion for this book is going to be really interesting. My snacks while I've been reading have been pecans and cold brew M&Ms like mixed together, almost kind of like a little trail mix kind of situation. It is very, very good. I need to put everyone onto this. I need you to go and try this because it slaps. I think that I'm going to leave sprints a little bit early so that we can go to dinner. I'm so ready for Cheesecake Factory, and I'm very ready for a slice of red velvet cheesecake and the Sheila's chicken and avocado salad. That's my go-to. It's so good. I didn't film anything yesterday, so today is actually day 3 of the readathon, and it's almost the end of the day, so I've been really bad at vlogging the last couple of days. The tattoos are doing good. I'm still obsessed with them. I took the Sanoderm off yesterday. I'm so obsessed with them though, I keep looking at my arm. Also though, this one keeps scaring me because I'm not used to something being there. The reason that I didn't film as much yesterday was because we were just doing a lot of stuff with family. We went to lunch with my in-laws, and then after that my mother-in-law took me shopping as like my birthday present. I told her that I wanted her to take me shopping because that's what we love to do together, and she got me some really cute stuff, so I thought it would be kind of fun to do a little bit of a haul. She got me this adorable bow mug. Like, are you kidding me with this handle? Like, that is the cutest thing ever, and I'm really excited to hang it up on my mug wall once I wash it. She also got me this like Stanley tumbler dupe. It's a dupe of their collaboration with Love Shack Fancy. I love this so much. It's so cute. Like, do I need another like reusable water bottle slash Stanley cup? No. Did I want it? Yeah, so I got it. She also got me this really cute vase. I loved the flowers on it. As you can tell from right here, I've been really liking having fake flowers in the house. I snagged this for when I eventually get flowers to put in it, but I just thought it was really cute. Next is this really cute mirror. I actually have this exact same frame, like as a picture frame, so this one is just a mirror version of it, but I got it to go in my bathroom for when I'm getting ready so that I can like see up close and like do my eye makeup and stuff. And then I did get a couple of frames too for our gallery wall that I'm working on. We have one like as you're going up the stairs. I want it to be like floor to ceiling, so I need some more frames. I'm just like slowly getting them whenever I find cute ones. So she got me these two. I think they're so cute. This one's kind of big. It's this like scalloped little wall shelf. Our bathrooms in this house aren't really like decorated yet, and I wanted something cute to go in one of our bathrooms. I figured I could do like some plants, toilet paper, just like random little things on this one. So maybe I'll hang this up sometime in this video so you can see like how it comes together. But I just love the scallops on it. Like, it's just really cute. And then she also got me some kind of like dusty purplish Birkenstock Boston dupes because I almost bought some like regular priced ones, but then decided that I really didn't want to spend like $160 on shoes. So when I saw those when we were out shopping, I was really excited. I wore them today for the first time and I really like them. They're super cute. Also pretty comfortable. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. But the last thing that she got me were some new sheets because these sheets are so cute. I think that I like audibly gasped when I saw them. They're obviously very like Valentine's Day coded, but pink and cute frilly things are just like my aesthetic anyway. So I'm just gonna use them all year no matter what. But I'm literally just so obsessed with them. I even decided to take the picture for today on the sheets because the picture today, or the prompt for the picture today, was to show your team appreciation. So Team X was supposed to post like something red because they're team red, and then Team O is team pink. No one is surprised that I'm team pink. So I put a few of my like favorite pink book covers on my bed with the new sheets, and then I also put my dragon jelly cat that Travis got me. He surprised me with her a couple of weeks ago as like an early birthday gift. I feel like it's kind of hard to surprise me, and he really surprised me. Like, I had no idea he was getting it for me. The shade of pink that she is, and then she has like sparkles on like her tail and on her wings and stuff. All of my jelly cats so far have like food names, and I don't know why, but the first thing that popped into my head when I saw her was yogurt. So right now her name is Yogurt. So I had to put her in the picture too. Like, she's just too cute not to. We haven't really done a whole lot today. I slept in, and then we did a grocery pickup, and then I've just been working on editing this video. While I've been editing though, I did finish the no-show, and to be honest, I'm like kind of pissed. I listened to a little bit more of it last night after the live show, and I kind of just was getting bored. I made it to like the 50% mark and was like, why isn't this book over yet? Like, it just didn't really feel like there was anything happening. And also it started to get really confusing trying to like keep track of all the people and like what life events were happening to certain people. Each of the women was still distinct. Like I was saying earlier, like the writing style, each of them has their like specific personalities and their jobs and stuff. But there were just so many perspectives and people that we were following that it eventually just was like too hard to keep track of, and I just was getting confused. Especially once plot twisty things started to happen. I feel like because I was having such a hard time keeping certain events and people and things straight, that the reveals didn't really hit as hard. The main reveal is clever. Like, I feel kind of dumb now. I'm like, how did I not see that? So that was like well done. Like, I'll give her kudos for that. There was a certain thing that happened though that I kind of started to get vibes about it, and I was like, if this thing happens, I'm gonna be pissed. And then it happened. I'm just like, why? Why would you do this? Like, I'm really looking forward to the live show so that I can like talk spoilers about all of it, because I'm just mad. But also though, it's not like a bad book. Like, to make all of this happen how it needed to happen, that takes a talented author to like make all the connections and keep everything straight. Like, I could never write a book like this. So she's obviously talented and like did the book that she wanted to do. But I just felt really misled, to be honest. I've also read a few people that are participating in the buddy read. I've read their reviews and that they really liked how everything ended. And I can totally see why. I think that it was maybe just like the time that I read it or the mindset that I was in. Also, I don't know though, like, I don't know. So when I last saw you, I was like, oh yeah, it's probably like a 3-star. But I feel like because I am so frustrated with with like the direction that it ended up going, I almost kind of want to give it 2 stars. Even though it's not a bad book, I just like didn't enjoy it. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time rating it and writing a review for it. I feel like I'm having a hard time just like even talking about it, mainly because I just don't want to spoil anything in case you do want to pick this up. But I think that's pretty much it for like my update though. I think I'm gonna take a break from reading for the rest of the night though, and either catch up on YouTube or this new podcast that I've been listening to / watching on YouTube. I feel like I'm like late to the party because I think they've been around for a minute. It's called 2 Girls, 1 Ghost podcast, and they talk about like paranormal things, and it's really fun. They also like books. Like, they mention every once in a while like ACOTAR or something. So I feel like if you like true crime or ghosts or aliens, cryptids, but you're also a book girly, I feel like you might like this podcast. It's the next day and I am at 38% in Something Wild and Wonderful. I actually ended up starting it last night and I listened to a couple of hours of it. It's about these 2 guys, Ben and Alexi. They're both on this trail. I think it's like the Pacific Coast Trail. They call it the PCT. They're each doing it for their own reasons. Alexi though in particular is doing it because he's at a really big turning point in his life. He recently came out as gay to his parents, who are super, super religious. He grew up in a really religious conservative home and they basically have disowned him, and so he's doing this hike and trying to decide like what he wants to do with his life, where he wants to live. He comes off as a little bit grumpy because he's just like going through a lot. Ben is also gay but hasn't really like said that to Alexi, so Alexi's just been kind of like assuming that he's straight. But Alexi is a nurse, or has just completed like nursing school, and he comes from a really different family and home life because they're like loving and supporting of him. But they kind of end up meeting up on this trail and they just kind of stick together, so they've been doing a majority of it together and they've just been getting to know each other slowly. And I kind of think that I'm having 5-star feelings, and I kind of figured that this would be because I've just heard amazing things about it. I've heard from so many people that it's their favorite queer romance. I'm really relating to Alexi's character because I also grew up in a really religious and conservative home. Luckily, my coming out to my parents went better than his, but there's a lot of things about his upbringing that I'm relating to. Like, in his religion, drinking alcohol was deemed like a sin, and that's how it was for me growing up too. So I didn't start actually like trying alcohol until like well into my 20s, and that's kind of how he is too. I'm also the same age as at least one of the guys, so I just feel like I'm like relating to this book a lot. I just really love that it actually feels like we're really getting to know the characters. Like, they are having the conversations together about their families and their trauma and stuff. We're not just being told that they had the conversations, like we're actually experiencing it with them. They're both really attracted to each other but just haven't like crossed that line yet. There's a scene that I'm kind of in the middle of right now though. It's so cute. Like, I just want to cry over like the cute romance that they're having and that they're able to have it with each other. And like, mostly like Alexi, I'm just like, So happy that he's allowing himself to like actually get to know this side of himself, because he was just like so sad and going through it at the beginning of the book. So it's really great just to see like the character development. I think the next time you'll see me is probably when I finish this book, because I feel like I'm just gonna be like totally zoned in listening to it and doing things around the house, and time is going to fly, and I'm just gonna like finish it before I can even think to do an update. So I'll just see you when I see you. It's the next day, and it is also the last day of the readathon. I feel like it snuck up on me so fast. I did not get as much reading done as I wanted to, so I almost kind of feel like I might just extend this video by a couple of days, because I really do want to read Picking Daisies on Sunday. I wanted to do a little update because I did end up finishing Something Wild and Wonderful last night. It was so cute and so good. For some reason though, it just wasn't quite a 5-star for me, and I don't know why. It's gonna be a 4.5 for me though, like so close to a 5. I loved it. I loved the characters. The romance was so sweet. It was also pretty steamy, which I am not complaining about. I just like wasn't quite sure when I was going into it if it was gonna be steamy or not, but the character development was awesome. The communication was really good. I just felt like I really understood and knew the characters by the end. It was just such a sweet, good book, and I highly recommend it. I'm also really glad that I ended up liking this one after not liking the no-show. I was a little worried when I started off the readathon with a 2-star. In a few hours, it's going to be the live show discussion for the no-show, so I'm really looking forward to talking about this book with everyone and seeing what everybody else thought. I don't think I'm gonna pick up my next book just yet though, since I don't have the audiobook and I have a couple of other things that I want to do before the live show. I mentioned earlier that I had a couple of journal supply swap packages that came in the mail. The idea of like filming 2 separate reels and editing them and stuff just feels kind of overwhelming to me right now, so I figured I would unbox both of them with you in this video, because I feel like I haven't had any other footage besides my birthday in this. So to kind of like try to spice it up a little bit, I thought maybe that could be some fun content. I've been having a lot of fun doing journal stuff. I also have a bunch of junk from my birthday that is saved that I haven't made spreads for yet, so I thought maybe it'd be kind of fun to like film myself doing some journal spreads. While I'm doing that, I think I'm just going to listen to that new podcast that I told you about, 2 Girls, 1 Ghost, because I just don't want to have to try and pick another audiobook to listen to. I'm so indecisive. I've already been listening to the podcast earlier today though, so I'm just gonna keep doing that because I don't have to think about it too hard. I'm gonna move over to some better lighting and we will unpackage all of these cute journaling supplies.
Everyone is dressed up here, but looks so
just finished a couple of journal spreads. I did this little like intro page to like my birthday because I knew that I wasn't gonna have a lot of room for like extra like little fun cutesy things. So I thought I would just kind of like do that on like the front page. Also, this bow and this like cute little edge design is from when I went shopping with my mother-in-law. I didn't have enough stuff to like make a full spread for that day, so I thought I would just kind of like include it in here. And then this is the spread for my actual birthday. My parents got me this little Marie card because I loved the Aristocats growing up. I also put like other messages from other cards in here. Then I have my bookmark from the writer's block, the receipt from Cheesecake Factory, and then some pictures of my tattoos. This was like the reference picture that I sent my artist. And then I have some little black and white pictures of how they actually turned out. I also used these bedazzled numbers to spell out 29 because that's how old I turned. I'm in my last year of my 20s. I printed the little black and white tattoo pictures though on this. It's a little like tiny thermal printer. It was under $30, I'm pretty sure, and it comes with a bunch of paper. It doesn't require ink, and I thought it would just be kind of a nice, like cheaper, easy way to just like print pictures out really quick. You are limited to only black and white, and the pictures aren't like amazing quality, but I kind of like that it's not like perfect. And if I do ever want like really crisp pictures or something, I can just like print them out like with my actual printer. I've used it on quite a few spreads, like this one of just like some kind of like random things. There are some pictures of like journal swap hauls. I did my little intro page picture that way. I also don't know if I've shown a couple of these on here yet. I think I filmed myself doing this page in another vlog. Might have been for Summerween. This spread was when I went up back to Utah to do my book club. So I have some pictures from book club and the book we discussed, and then also I went and got coffee with my cousin the next day. For book club, it was kind of like our Galentine's like party version of book club, and so we did a little like Galentine's gift swap. We also talked about Onyx Storm because that was our book club pick. My cousin had these giant like pink bows on her lights in her kitchen. It was so cute. And then in the gift swap, I received some products from Lush, so I ripped up the Lush bag and put it in here. And then I have like my coffee sticker from when we went to go get coffee and like the logo from my cup. This spread, I went to lunch with my friend Christy at this like bougie sandwich place. It was really good. They had a lot of like cool like packaging and stuff, and like I took a menu and like ripped it up and put it in here. And then I was telling you earlier in the video how she got me the Dead Romantics, and that was my Christmas present. I included like some of the wrapping paper that she used and the card. I just kind of put it in there. So you're all caught up now. On the 13th, I'm going out to lunch with Christy and some of our other friends from work for like a little Galentine's Day dinner. So I'm sure that I'm probably going to like make a spread for that too. So I think that'll be really fun. I was really happy with the little swaps that I got. So thank you so much, Gwen and Julie. My journal is starting to get pretty chunky, even though I haven't really done that many pages. I've seen a lot of people that junk journal and they end up like the spine breaks on the notebook and they can't even use the last like handful of pages just because it's so warped and so big. I love that there are so many of us doing junk journaling this year. I feel like it's just kind of like teaching me to romanticize my life a little bit more. And I just love saving things from the activities that I've been doing. So yeah. I think I have another hour to kill before the live show discussion. Maybe I'll finally sit down and start picking daisies on Sundays. Levi still carried grief with him like an empty wine bottle. What the fuck does that mean? I feel like she was just trying to sound really cool and poetic, but that doesn't make sense. I'm on page 2. I'm really scared what this means for the writing style for the rest of the book. Jennifer's hands crawling across his body like she was etching a sonnet into his skin. This is trying way too hard. I am having a bad feeling about this writing style. Okay, and then it just broke the fourth wall which sometimes I like in books, but I do not like it in this one. I downed my second glass of spiked soda, courtesy of the hockey team that brought vodka. Please don't let that affect your opinion of me though, because this wasn't me. Like, bitch, don't talk to me. I'm trying to read the book and you're pulling me out of it. I'm trying to not be too judgmental because I understand, like, this is an indie published book. I'm sure this is like someone who's probably a little bit more of a beginner at writing. And also, like, I am a bad writer. Like, I could never even write something to become published as a book. I would suck at it. But I'm just like really struggling with the writing style. His dark gray suit clung to his long legs and made his dark hair and eyes look edgier than usual. Like, using the word dark as a descriptor in the same sentence, like, use a different word. And then in the next sentence, it says, he always had this cool look about him, with his brown curling hair, tall posture, and captivating hazel eyes. Like, if you're gonna mention his brown hair in the next sentence, don't mention it in the prior one, you know? Like, I'm probably judging this way too hard, but I feel like since I usually like just listen to books on audio, like I kind of zone out like a tiny bit for like descriptive things, you know? But in a book, when I'm like reading it and like taking the extra time to like be seeing all of it, I'm gonna pay closer attention to like what words are used and how often. I fear that I might soft DNF this if it doesn't get better by the time I need to hop on to the live show. Yeah, I'm gonna soft DNF this for right now. The writing style and like the dialogue, it just feels, this feels like someone in high school writing a book. Like, they're writing about adult experiences the way that I imagine like a high school summer would have imagined adult things happen. Like running into someone at a bar or saving a friend from a bad first date. Like, things don't happen like that. This just feels really dramatic and exaggerated and over the top. And I'm just not having the best time right now. But also maybe it's just like my mindset right now. Like, maybe I just need to be in a like less judgmental state of mind to be able to pick this up and enjoy it more. I still am intrigued by like the synopsis and stuff, so I think that I will pick this up again eventually, but it won't be this week. I need to go jump on the live show in a minute, so since I'm not going to be continuing reading my book, I kind of think that I might just end the video here. Thank you, Jessie, for having me be a co-host again. This was so fun. Thank you so much if you participated. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Appalachian sunrise meets my